I live? Hey, hi, hello everyone. Morphin Mike here after God knows how long? Yeah, it's been a while. I'm sorry.
Or am I?
I am. The truth is, all jokes aside, I am. Reasons, like, do we even care anymore? The answer is no, because we have something really cool to talk about, actually. Because ya boy here, do people still say ya boy? Ended up going to Pokemon World, or Pokemon Championship, whatever you want to call it, tomato, potato. I have a lot of feelings to let out. This is really just going to be like a recap vlog sort of a thing, but I really wanted to talk about this because I had such a great time, guys, and I just want to share it, as I've said probably 12 times. Also, I'm sorry that the lighting is not, like, super great at the moment. Not to mention, I don't look super great right now. I haven't shaved. I'm sorry! The background here is just kind of meh. I'm recording this in my vocal booth because I will not stand for on-camera audio. I just won't. When you enter that realm of good audio quality, you cannot go back. Side note with shameless self-promotion, here's my audio voice acting story reading YouTube channel if you'd like to check it out. It's Mic Drop Audio. All right, enough with the intro filler stuff. Let's go ahead and get started because this was so cool. So if you're watching this, you probably already know this about me, but in case you don't, I love Pokemon! And not just the main series games. The side games that I have played, I've really loved. I've loved collecting the toys, and the TCG is a fun time for me from the collecting aspect. But I've never been a competitive player. It's always been a very casual, just for me experience. And because of that, I was pretty passive when it came to Pokemon Worlds coming around every year. But this year, they ended up hosting in Washington, DC, and that's where I am. It was right there, so I figured, being a big Pokemon fan, it was gonna be worth checking out. I knew I had to go forth and try new things because Pokemon. Does anyone need a reason besides Pokemon? No, you don't. You really don't. So let's go ahead and recap what this dude did. It's also very exciting.
You made it!
So Friday, the first official day of Pokemon Worlds came, and I got in the subway and made my way, and I turned the corner, and oh my god, that line. This was day one at 8 a.m., and the line went around the freaking building. Unsurprisingly, us Poke fans are Poke loyal. There is going to be so many Poke blank jokes in this video. It's gonna be Poke awesome.
Pikachu!
So I got in line, got my badge, and Pokemon Worlds officially begun. Like, even just like the initial walking around the venue was just, it was so cool. Like the banners that were all around, and the Pokemon Center that was selling merch, and like everyone was there for Pokemon. And like, I've been to that convention center so many times, but just everyone there for that one singular reason was just so... It was rad. I was able to view the opening ceremony, and I was even lucky enough to get a pretty good spot. It was fun and exciting, and they got the crowd hyped, and then it was, all right, go out, do whatever you wish to do. It's Pokemon Worlds. Go! Because it was so early, I immediately made my way to the Pokemon Sword and Shield demo. Guys, yo, I am excited for these games to come out. Like, I already was, obviously, but still. The demo itself was actually pretty basic, all things considered. You basically played the water gym of that region. And I'll be honest, I was pretty fine with this basic, let's not show too much approach, because for someone like me, who's a longtime Pokemon fan, this demo assured me that it was going to be a Pokemon game. I don't know if that makes sense, but that basicness was reassuring. There are some details that they throw in that I know I noticed that I'm excited to kind of see. They're small in comparison to everything, but hey man, I noticed. And I'm pumped! It looks great, it sounds great, it plays like a Pokemon game. I'm honestly still on the fence with the whole Gigamax thing, but I played it and it works. I don't know how long it will last per se. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I don't know yet. I just don't know about it. But it's there and it works, and I don't know. It gave me a taste, and I want to see like what it does in the game in terms of like the story and even competitive. I'm curious, and that's what this demo did so well. It really just, it makes me curious. It makes me want to know more. It did what a demo should do. So overall, I have zero regrets. Yes, I waited an hour and a half to play this gosh dang demo, but you know what? I'm okay with it. It was a good time. And you know what? This was actually my first time waiting in line to play a game at a convention. And I've been going to cons since 2012. It's kind of cool to cross that off the bucket list. It's a sad bucket list, but it's my bucket list. And I am proud of said sad bucket list. I also got some really cute starter pins for playing the demo, and I got to take a couple fun photos with the starters. Don't you talk to me or my son ever again. Afterwards, I ran into my friend Super Duper Danny. Danny and I have actually been friends for a couple years, so it was really awesome to finally get to meet her in person. Can confirm, she's radtastic. We ended up going into the Pokemon Center, the merch area essentially, with Breaking Nate and just getting some cool stuff. I got this cute Whittle Substitute baby boy doll. And I also got some exclusive sleeves made specifically for Pokemon Worlds 2019. I honestly got them just in case I happened to get any TCG cards and at least had somewhat of a way to protect them. I really didn't think I was gonna use more than 3. More on that later. The 3 of us actually ended up meeting with Leonhart, and we ended up getting some lunch together. Real quick, I need to call out Nate for a hot second. He ordered sliders and ate 2 of them, and those 2 that he ate, he didn't eat the bread. He's so wasteful. Sorry, not sorry, Nate. We parted ways for a bit after that, and I used that time to just chill and recharge. Because let me tell you, Danny is just, my energy! Lee and Nate ended up having a fan meetup, so I met them with Danny over there. I didn't partake in it, I just kind of was in the corner, alone. All by myself. Don't wanna be. But it was really cool to just kind of stand back and watch them do their thing. Everyone was so happy to meet them. They were so happy to meet everyone else, and they were just bringing smiles to people. When Lee and Nate would give cards and packs to kids or take photos with them, the joy on their faces was so genuine. It was just nice. It was genuinely such a beautiful thing to see. Okay, let's move on from the feels now. As Nate and Lee were finishing up, Danny and I we recorded a very quick, very silly card opening together. We did it, Danny! We finally collabed! I know that was super difficult and painful to do, but I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. Please don't block me on Twitter again. After the crowd had kind of settled, I guess you'd say, we ended up meeting Jordan Fringe and Ando, aka Unlisted Leaf, and just hanging out on the stairs. That's really all we did. We sat our booties down and talked, and it was so nice. It was so nice, my dudes. So nice. So nice. Mwah. We just sat and hung out and just talked about whatever. It was really nice. Also, quick side note, for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna refer to this group of people I was hanging out with as the Poke Crew. It's just gonna be easier. The Poke Crew is this group. Not long after that, we parted ways, and that concluded day 1 of Pokemon Worlds 2019. To the next day!
You made it!
So for Saturday, I once again got there super early, and I actually went straight to try Pokemon Masters. And my dudes, there's something there, and I like it. If nothing else, I'm like curious, but in like the best way. The battle system isn't like your traditional RPG turn-based, you hit attack and then they attack. It's real time. It's kind of like Chrono Trigger or the original Final Fantasy VII. Again, what I played was pretty basic and what I saw was basic, but the foundation is there, and I think something cool can come of this. Like, I'm excited to download it now when it comes out. I played, I enjoyed, and that's all I can really ask for. Because let's be real for a second, I need another Pokemon game on mobile to beat how good Magikarp Jump was. You think I'm joking. You think I'm joking right now. I'm not. I love that game, and I miss it so much. Not long after that, I ended up running into Lee again, and with him was actually Nick Pellin. I really hope I said that right. We ended up chatting and walking around and seeing some really cool collector stuff, and I even ended up shooting some video, which you may or may not see in the future. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe it's already up, and if it is already up, you can click that little eye thing up there, and just click it and see if it's there, or check the description below. And, this is shameless self-promotion, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it, but the point is, it exists. It's out there. And if it isn't, well, it's a bit. This whole thing. I could have been someone. I know I keep going like from silly to serious, but this one's really serious. So Lee and Nick are doing something really, really cool to help people with mental illness. They've teamed up with NAMI, which for those who don't know, is the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And what they've been doing has been raising money to help this organization by opening a crap ton of Pokemon cards, and not just recent ones, but like going back as far as like base set from like the 90s. And they've been recording videos of them opening them, and if you donate $10 or more, you can actually win like everything. Like everything they're pulling, you could win, and that's crazy when you think about it. They're giving up all of these like old booster packs and stuff for the sake of raising money for mental illness. And like, real talk, that's awesome. At the time of me recording this video, they've raised at least $57,000 for this. Gosh, like I'm not trying to play this up. It's so cool. Anyone who knows me knows I struggle with a lot of mental illnesses, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy that they're doing something so cool and trying to help others. So yeah, just thank you, Lee, and thank you, Nick. I encourage you all to go down the description and click the link and donate. Again, $10, you can win so many cool cards, and even if you don't, you're helping such an important cause. At least to me it is, and I know to so many others it is as well. Okay, let's get back to Pokemon Worlds. So fun fact, I have never seen Detective Pikachu. I didn't say I was proud of that. But this is important because they actually had screenings of Detective Pikachu at Pokemon Worlds. Nate was actually telling me that if there was a time to see it for the first time, it was probably going to be here at Pokemon Worlds. Well, there at Pokemon Worlds. This is the booth. A cheap booth, but my booth. But yeah, like, to see Detective Pikachu with a room full of fellow Poke nerds, I was very excited. And then I was crushed! Sadly, the screening that they had was with detective mode, which is basically pop-up video director commentary, which is great and wonderful for people who've already seen the movie, and I'm sure that was like everyone in the room except me. So I had to miss out on that. But what I did see looked so cool, and now I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. Guys, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm pumped and excited and other adjectives. Yes. I got to see a Charmander run across the screen, and he was just running and shaking his little booty, and So it just kind of became a time for me to recharge and get some food. I got Chipotle. You can never complain about getting Chipotle. I mean, you could, but then you just be wrong. Not long after that, Danny and Nate had their fan meetup, so I headed there, and again, but the joke's on you, I actually got to be alone with someone. That defies the definition of alone. Jordan, Fringe, and I kind of ended up watching from afar again. But again, it was really nice to see just the kind interactions between their fans and Danny and Nate. Just really nice. Like, it's nice. It's nice. And once that was finished, the Poke Crew assembled once again. Minus Lee and Nick. We got some food. We walked around. We sat in the lobby. On paper, this sounds super dull, but like, again, it's just good company. Good company. Not Three's company. Don't knock on my door. Good company. It's what's for dinner. Eventually, though, Lee and Nick did end up meeting back up with us, and we decided to do something really special for Ando. For any who are not familiar, Ando is Australian, aka not in the US. And apparently there are no Walmarts down under, so we decided to do the most solid of solids and take him there. How did that adventure go? Well, I can't really say right now. I'm sure everyone's going to talk about it there, and I don't want to like spoil anything. So you'll just have to wait and see. It was an adventure. I assure you, it was an adventure that you're going to want to watch. And dare I say, even subscribe. But after that quest had concluded, we made our way back to the hotel. We met up with Mike Collins and ended up walking through what we called Vendor Alley. But Michael, what is this Vendor Alley that you speak of? I'm glad you asked, high-pitched version of myself. It was basically the lobby of the hotel where people were selling stuff because they can't sell it at Pokemon Worlds. This was not a part of Pokemon Worlds officially in any way, shape, or form. It's just dudes. It's just guys being seller dudes. It's... Don't arrest me. But like, real talk, it was so cool to see all of this old collector Pokemon merch. Like, it was just so many cards. I thought I have seen a lot of cards. I was mistaken. Like, there was Japanese cards that hadn't been released in America. There were packs as old as like base set, again, from the 90s. Like seriously, like I'm kind of playing this up a little bit, but like, not really as well. Like, if you're a Pokemon nerd, to see all of this really cool stuff and like even history to an extent, it's mind-blowing. And we were there and we bought some of it. And by some of it, I mean a nice chunk. Lee himself ended up buying like God knows how many booster packs. Like let's take a second here, okay? Like, everyone talks about how they're afraid of their child growing up and being up at 1 a.m. like doing drugs or being addicted to alcohol. And we were those people, but instead of drugs or alcohol, we kept wanting more booster packs. But I can't complain because Lee handed me a sealed Neo Japanese booster pack and asked me if I wanted to open it, which I just did not expect in the slightest. And oh my God, I was so pumped, but so nervous, but so pumped. And how did that go? Well,
Side.
So you preserved it pretty good.
Alright. So we want the Lugia?
Or our starter.
Starter.
I don't know what else is in here.
I don't know.
Is this the last one?
Oh!
Yeah. That's a good one.
That is
That's a good one. That's
yeah.
Arceus was watching that day, and I was actually able to take home the card. So that just for the sentimental reason alone, that's just like, yes! And yes, Nick, I will be getting it PSA graded. It will happen. It will happen. I promise. And the thing is that we just opened up like so many packs. There was so many packs and so many cards we opened. Remember how I said I bought those sleeves thinking I'd only use like 3, maybe? I ended up being left with 3 at the end. 3 empty ones. There was like, I don't know how many there was. I used so many. We have a problem. And after that, that's actually where the story ends for me. I was an old man and didn't go Sunday. I was so tired. Let me show you how to capture Pokemon, kid. Let me show you how to capture Pokemon and then fly to Cinnabar Island to use a glitch. The bad jokes, they don't stop. But with that all said, that kind of leads me into the thing I really wanted to share about this whole event. I haven't really been part of the PokeTuber community in a really long time. And even if I was, you don't know everyone in it, if that makes sense. But the thing is that the Poke Crew that I talked about in this vlog, most of them I didn't know before this weekend. Like, I knew Danny because we were friends, and I knew of Nate in a very, very passive way because of Danny's own videos, and I knew Ando because I watch his stuff, but everyone else, I didn't know. Like, when it comes to that section of like that community or whatever, I'm not active, and I was just another guy, but they accepted me and just, we hung out. They welcomed me in, and that was so kind. And that thing about community was brought up in some of our conversations. This whole weekend really showed me how welcoming and kind this community is, and I was so honored to be a part of it that weekend. And overall, I left that weekend feeling happy and inspired, and for me, this is a big one. I felt hopeful. So yeah, from the bottom of my heart, no jokes, no sarcasm, thank you so much Thank you, Poke Crew. Thank you, Pokemon Company. Thank you, everyone who went to Pokemon Worlds this weekend. This was truly a special weekend, and not one I'm gonna forget anytime soon. Like, seriously, thank you. And with that, I think that's gonna wrap up this video. Ending on the emotions. We're ending on the emotions. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you. Thank you. You rad person, you. Thank you so much. Why am I like this? Again, I want to quickly remind everyone about what Lee and Nick are doing to raise money for NAMI. We talked about this, but I'm going to remind you again, it's below. If you found any part of this video cool or enjoyable, leave a like. Obligatory comment, like, subscribe, bell, follow socials, end slate card goes here. Buttons, click them, please. That light is so blinding, it's getting to me. And like I said, I'm gonna be uploading a really silly card opening from me and Danny soon, so it'll be fun. You should watch it. Please, I need this. And if you want to see my other channels, you can check them out below, maybe specifically my voice acting audio channel, because that's why all this exists. But most importantly, have yourself a good one. Take it easy.